No, I thought it was wonderful, and I really loved the concept of imagination, because I really think that our imagination is really our intention, and our intention is what carries our energy and our power. So when we get our young people focusing on their imagination, they are in fact focusing on their intention and thereby guiding their lives by that. So I think it's a beautiful concept.
Two years ago I came from Cuba, so I found this amazing place that is my art classroom, and you don't need to speak the language, you don't need to have a PhD in English, you don't need to be the best of your class, you just have to work with your mind and with your hands. So that's what I try to do, that's what I try to express my happiness to be here, my happiness to be really free now and to say whatever I want. So that's what I try to express.
Japanese culture, which inspired me since I was a child. I just see the culture in it, that it was just amazing. It was impressive, because most people, like, some kids dream of being doctors, but I dream of being an artist. And I know it can be hard, but I guess watching cartoons and the Japanese culture just like influenced me to love art, and it was amazing.
Tell me a little bit about how putting an event like this together.
Oh my God. Putting an event like this together is really all based on strategy and concept. We worked over the summer and we did a strategy meeting. I ran a strategy meeting with the group and said, what do you want to achieve in the next 5 years? And then we went from there to picking the honoree, and to picking the hostess and everybody based on what our outcome and our goals were.
Well, I love the artwork by the students. I was looking around. I love skulls, and there happens to be one of the, it's all skulls and very graffiti background, so it happens to be my favorite. Imagination is very important. I use it every day in what I do. I'm a very creative, imaginative person, and it takes a lot to be able to go in somebody's closet and pull whatever they have and get them dressed every day. So imagination is probably the most important thing in my business.
So, as far as supporting the artists, what have you seen as far as this organization and the impact that it's had on the young artists and stuff?
Oh, this organization has supported the arts for 15 years, and our founder, Gloria Miroff, started it and has been with the group for 15 years. And we write grants every year for the ballet, for the orchestra, for Milagro Theater, mean, it just goes on and on and on and on. The mission is really to support other 501c3 artistic groups in South Florida. So our range goes from Miami all the way up through Palm Beach County.
Wonderful. And so, obviously the major launch is here for the Imagination Initiative. So tell me in your own words about imagination and what that means to you.
Well, this year we decided, we did a lot of firsts this year as part of our strategy this summer. We realized that, like with any organization, in order to move forward you have to grow, and you have to grow your own imagination. If you want to support artists, you almost have to think like one yourself. And many people in our group are artists. They're fine artists, they're performing artists, they're sculptors, whatever. And we just realized that, my background is strategy, and I always look for this, what are people not doing? And what people weren't doing on a small 501c3 charity donation level was working directly with Miami-Dade Public Schools. I saw this opening and I thought, why can't we open a special category for Miami-Dade Public Schools to apply for a grant? I don't think, just because they're high school kids, if a class needs money for a project, or if a class wants to go to New York to and part of a performance or whatever, and their funding is always a problem, why can't they apply for a grant just like everybody else? And the organization is so progressive, and their vision is so broad that they agreed with that. And I just got on the phone with Miami-Dade Public Schools, and Ina told you,
Right.
and just called, and they love the idea, because why not, So it's opened up a door for us to be able to let them apply directly for grants, and it also opens the door for us to partner with corporations now, where we can say we have this big vision. We're not changing who we are as the CIA. It's always going to be that we're going to award grants to deserving grant applicants. The Imagination Initiative is just an extra thing that we're doing.
'Founded this organization 15 years ago with a dear friend of mine, Colleen Werner, who unfortunately is no longer with us. And we had great aspirations. We started out with 18 friends, and look where it's grown to today. We have over 200 and some odd members, and we seated 297 today at the Fontainebleau Hotel. So we've grown quite a bit, and we've been gaining a reputation for bringing art back into the community. And that's what is our original desire, is to support the visual and performing arts, and to have South Florida be one of the top draws for cultural arts, visual arts in the nation. And now we're getting into a whole new program with children, and it's wonderful. Our original desire was to help the children and bring them up to find a new profession in the arts and to have a way of life for them. And it's taken us 15 years, but we're getting there.
Great. And so tell me a little bit, what is the impact that you've seen since you started the organization, and how you've helped the arts community grow in Miami?
Well, we've given away almost $800,000. No paid employees, all Indians, no chiefs. And it's just so gratifying to see that we have supported some of the major art companies in the country and here at home in Miami.
Well, the imagination empowers children to have dreams. And from dreams and imagination come possibility and ideas. And that's what our country needs. America needs our children to imagine their own inspiration, their own dreams, their own goals, and their own ideas. And we will go forward with empowered children in the future.
Well, I think the arts internationally has made Miami a hub, which is tremendous. Art Basel and Wynwood. But at the same time, I don't know if an equivalent amount of resources is going into our schools to grow our local talent. Miami's a fantastic city, but sometimes we get the glamour and we bring everybody in and it becomes big business, and we don't feed our own. So I think this is terrific if this kind of event really directs money and funds to young people, young Miamians, so that we can find them to be the next celebrities and famous art masters. So I think that's what this day did.
If you can't have stars in your eyes every day of your life, I think you're dead. I believe that that people get jaded, and that's death. I really think that you have to open your eyes and see everything new and look for, look beyond what is to what is possible. That's what I've done my whole life, and that's what keeps me going every day, is just being able to say, I want to do that. Do you know how to do that? No, but I'll figure it out. That's imagination and that's creativity. And I just love being around that, and artists are absolutely like that. Artists just see what's possible, and I love being a part of that. I just think imagination is, for me, it's oxygen.
Well, I think it's everything, really, because from your imagination comes, you develop your artistic abilities, and through that, your imagination can take you any place. And if your imagination, you can follow your dreams with your imagination, don't be afraid of it, go with it.
For the first time in many years, I went back to the schools this year and started talking with teachers and children as to how we could help them and find a job for them, or to find a career for them, which is the most important thing. And a lot of these inner city folks are just getting here that are such great artists, that teachers are so dedicated. I found more than I had ever hoped for at the schools. The talent is there. What we have to do is bring it forward.